Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Business Spotlight with Martinique. I'm your host, Martinique Brown. I'm so excited that you have decided to tune in to the show today. Today I have Aida Cirino-Lee on the show, and she is a holistic practitioner and coach, and she is the owner of RX4 Everlasting Health. Now, the way that I host this show is all of our contact information is in the description box. So, Aida, can you tell me a little bit more about your company, RX4 Everlasting Health, and the products and services that you actually offer?
Yes. RX for Everlasting Health was born out of necessity, out of my own health journey.
Uh-huh.
If I go a little back, to tell you a little bit about my journey. When I was young, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure since I was about 13, 14 years old. I was
Really?
diagnosed with high blood pressure, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, when you're a youngster, you don't take care of yourself. Then I became a young adult. I wasn't taking care of myself. So
Mm-hmm.
when I hit my 30s, I suffered a major stroke where all my left
Really?
side, yes, all my left side was paralyzed.
Caroline. Uh-huh.
It was all my left side was paralyzed. I had to learn how to walk and everything again. I continued working, but I was still not taking good care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I continued to have what they call TIH, which is transient ischemic attack, which are small strokes.
Okay.
And I used to go to the hospital 2, 3 times a year. They used to tell me, my family used to say, here goes Ida in another retreat. That's how many times I would go to the hospital. At
Mm-hmm.
one point, I continued gaining a lot of weight. I was almost 300 pounds. I was taking a total of 19 pills and not getting better. It was getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. Then the aha moment came in the day that my daughter went to give birth. I already have an 8-year-old at that time that I had an awful pregnancy. It will be another story. We got to talk about that. And then I'm here and my daughter's giving birth, and I tell my daughter that she needs to walk back and forth, and every single time she get a contraction to squat. So that way, to help the baby come down. So every single time that she had to squat, they had to pick her up out of the floor, but they had to pick me up too. At
Mm-hmm.
one moment, the embarrassing moment was when I fell, and they had to call nurses in the area to help me pick up from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that happen, I saw my granddaughter being born, my 8-year-old being so hyper, and look at my condition, I won't be able to handle them. I said I have to do something different. This is not gonna happen. This is gonna continue. And that's when I started researching. I said that every time I go to the doctor, it's another pill, I'm not getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worse. I feel like a drug addict with so many pills. So let me just go and do my own research. So
Yeah.
when I did my own research, and you know that in order for you to keep your licenses, because I was a registered medical assistant and a lab tech, I worked 24 year plus in internal medicine and oncology.
Okay.
So you need to keep all your license up. So you need to continue education and all that. So I start researching functional medicine and natural medicine and Ayurveda and integrative medicine, anything that have to do with that. And I went back to school and I got my degree as a board certified holistic practitioner and integrative coach. And when I did that, I burned for everything that I learned. I birthed RX for Everlasting Health. You see, RX for Everlasting Health is a formula that take care of your body, mind, and spirit. A
Okay.
holistic formula to take care of your body. Each letter in the word everlasting represent a parameter or a pillar in order for you to be healthy. That you need to be healthy. That you can biohack if you know what to do in order to get your ultimate health. So if I go through all the letters, the first letter is E, which means for exercise. You know that we need exercise in
Yeah.
order to keep our body healthy. Then V is vision. We need to have vision. I'm not talking about the eyes. I'm talking vision of having a purpose, a direction of what you're taking in your life.
Mm-hmm.
People that doesn't have a vision in their life or a why, they make all kind of wrong decisions that hinder their health, hinder their relationship, hinder every area in their body, in their life,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have a vision. Then you have the other E is for environment. You know that you need an environment that is clean, that is organized, that is free of toxins. So all that, everything that have to do with your environment when it comes to your house, the air you breathe, the things that you see, the people around you, and also the environment that you give to yourself.
Yeah.
By not eating, the things that you don't supposed to, and don't expose yourself to so many toxins, in the air, in the creams and the things that you put in your hair, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have rest. The R for rest. You know that you need to rest. You need to recharge your body. That's why you need 8 hours sleep. But you also need a rest every day, a rest every week, and a vacation every year. That's
Mm-hmm.
that. That's You need that.
Vacation every year, huh?
Yes, you need to get out of the everyday thing where your mind is really, really resting. Okay. And then you have L for love and relationship. There's nothing more stressful, and you know that stress is the main cause of disease that causes inflammation and oxidative stress into your body. So if you can control stress, you will do much better when it comes to chronic diseases. So if you don't know how to pick up your inner circle, if you don't know how to communicate with your wife, with your husband, with your children, with people, how to build relationships,
Yeah.
that's going to cause a lot of stress.
Right.
Okay. Then A is for attitude. You need to have a positive attitude. Even it's been studied and scientifically proven that a person that have a negative attitude will suppress their immune system. Do you know that every single time you smile and you laugh, okay, you boost your immune system for 24 hours. But when
Wow.
you are having an anger burst,
Uh,
you are decreasing your immune system
uh,
for more than 24 hours.
mm,
So you really need to stay happy and have positive attitude. And that's something that you can learn if you are a pessimist kind of person that will have a pessimist personality that
yeah.
can be worked on as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have A for spirituality. You know that we all need God. You need our creator. You
Mm-hmm.
need to be connected with your manufacturer so that he knows how to fix the things that are wrong with you. But also, let's say that you don't have that kind of relationship. You still need to learn how to be grateful. You need to learn how to forgive. You don't know that it's scientifically proven that when you harvest hate, okay, and unforgiveness inside of you, it changes your cells,
Mm.
and they can mutate into cancer cells.
I
You
didn't know
know,
that.
yes, and do you know that when you have a hate and unforgiveness inside of you, that causes inflammation? And do you know that inflammation is the main cause of all chronic diseases?
Mm-hmm.
So because we have continued inflammation, continued inflammation, every time that you remember what that person do, that you are increasing your cortisol, increasing your stress hormone, putting your body into that flight motion,
Yeah.
causing the stress. So
Mm.
that is necessary. Also, it's necessary for your self-worth, knowing that you need to love self first.
Right.
People that doesn't love self first, they do a lot of things to their body and to themselves that are not healthy wise.
Right.
It's for time management.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing that we all get the same 24 hours a day. How come some people do a lot with those 24 hours? How come people doesn't do that much?
Anything.
And
Yeah.
we cannot manage time because we all get the same amount of time every day. What you need to do is not learn how to harmonize your time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do more than one thing and know what you're supposed to do through the day. Have everything organized. Next letter is for I of income. That means your finances. People always ask me what finances have to do with health, but everything, honey, because
It
the right
sure
food that
do.
the right food that you need to eat, you need to buy it with food. Your medicine, you need to buy it with food. The doctor, you need to buy it with food. Your insurance, you need to pay it with food.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you don't have money, there's nothing more stressful.
Yeah.
So no matter how little, how much you have, you need to know how to manage your money. Because even rich people got stressed about money because they're wasting the money like crazy. They don't know where it's going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They either have to stir, they're wasting the money, or they're trying to hold all the money, so nobody can take it. So they're stressed about that
Yep.
as well. So having a good relationship with money is essential.
Mm-hmm. So
Then N is for
in
nutrition.
uh-huh.
You know that you need to be healthy. You need to eat healthy so you can give your cells the tools that you need in order to be healthy.
Right.
If you have a car and you put water with sugar instead of gasoline, you know that it's not going to work right. That's what we do to our body
Uh-huh.
because all
That's
those
so
sodas
true. I didn't think about it like
yes,
that.
we put water with sugar, all this like fruit punch and all these drinks that we drink. We are getting sicker more from the things that we drink than from the things that we eat sometimes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You know,
Yep.
so nutrition is something that is very essential. You are what you eat because your body reproduces itself, and it change. Like for example, your blood cells change every 120 days. There's
Mm-hmm.
some other cells that change every 6 months. Every year by your birthday, you can be a new person. If you say this birthday, I'm going to change the way I eat, the way I treat myself, the way I think and everything. You change it by the next year, you have a whole new body with new cells.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
your cells are like photocopy. They're photocopying themselves all the time. You want them to photocopy something that is healthy and strong, firm, that is working properly.
Yeah.
So it's essential. Nutrition is essential. It's true what they say that you are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
And G is goals. You need to set goals in order for you to accomplish your vision. You see, your vision is like the address at the end of the GPS. Okay, and
Yeah.
your goals are the one that tell you turn right, turn left. And if for any reason, life can throw you a curveball and you
Right.
never know, what happened. They already have a vision written, so you know how to reroute like the GPS does.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then with the age of the letter health, that's why I teach people, how to biohack their health. What you can eat that will help you with your blood pressure, what you can eat that can help you with your diabetes, what you can do for your skin, what can you do at home, with the things that you do at home to do a spa. You need to learn more about any particular disease or any particular conditions. That's why that goes there. So I use that formula, okay, to be able to teach my clients how to obtain optimal health, because my purpose is not only for them to be healthy. My purpose for people to be vital and vibrant and healthy and live long life, so
Yeah.
that way they can fulfill their dreams and purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, we are the answer for somebody's problem. We are the answer for somebody's solution. You
Mm-hmm.
see? And if we are not healthy and strong and viable so that we can focus and work and be productive, we're not going to be able to do what God sent us to do here
Amen
in this
to that.
world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's essential for them to be healthy.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
And if you're just tuning in to this episode of Business Spotlight, thank you so much for tuning in. We actually have our holistic practitioner and coach, Aida Cirino-Lee, on the show. So go ahead and share this video now. Also, all of Ida's contact information is in the description box, along with my contact information as well. Post your questions and your comments, and I will relay those to Ida as well. So, is your company all about coaching individuals? Is that what RX for Everlasting
I
Health?
do coaching individual, I do group coaching, I do speaking engagement, I do workshops, you
Okay.
know. So it's education in every way I can possibly can. I have done ebooks that I have sent out, education through health in any possible way we can do it. Mhm.
So, the reason why you started this company is because of um, your health in general, and you wanted to learn more about how to make yourself healthy, and you wanted to share this knowledge with other individuals.
Yes, the thing is about working in the healthcare field. I saw as I was learning the new stuff, and I saw what I experienced myself in my body, and what I was seeing every single day as I was working in healthcare, is that I learned that healthcare is more of sick care than healthcare. Why?
Why do you say
Because what they do is they put a band-aid
that?
into symptoms. They treat the symptoms. They put in a band-aid into that symptom, not treating the root cause of the disease. So what
Mhm.
happened that while you put that band-aid, you take that medicine, you no longer have the pain. Your sugar is lower now, but whatever is causing that sugar too high, whatever is causing that pain is not being addressed.
Mm.
So you see, I'm not saying that healthcare is bad. Don't get me wrong. Healthcare is excellent when it comes to take care of your body from injury or trauma, acute disease, see, or sudden illness.
Mhm.
Yes, they are perfect. And life saving abilities, excellent. But maintenance of a chronic disease that we acquire because of our lifestyle, they don't take care of that. You see, they just put a band-aid, they just take care of your symptoms, plus they take care of your disease, of your condition. They don't take care of the people or the person holistically.
Okay.
It's more than just eating the rice that is raising your sugar. There's other things, for example, having diabetes can come from many reasons more than uh, uh, just having a high blood sugar. You see, you can have diabetes because you're secreting too much cortisol because you're having a very stressful life.
Hmm.
So if the treatment for that, of course, you need the medication to lower your sugar until you change your lifestyle. But if you have something that will teach you how to control and manage your stress and lower that, you will be able to manage and not need less medication for your sugar. Your
Right.
sugar can come in because you have extra inflammation in your cells that now is making you have being insulin resistant because you eating too much but not exercising enough,
Hmm.
causing inflammation into the cells. And then now the insulin is like a taxi that take the sugar in the bloodstream and then take it to the cell, and the cell have like a little garage, and then the insulin will go in and dump the sugar. But now those garages are closed because the cells are saying, I don't need that energy, what for? I ain't doing nothing.
Hmm. Hmm.
You see, so if we address all the different, instead of giving something for the sugar, having the sugar high, for example, that is a symptom. But
Okay.
they're not addressing so what happened? They give you a medication that medication might lower your sugar, but at the same time, it's causing more inflammation that will accumulate and cause other different problems in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I call it that instead of being healthcare, this is more sick care. You see, big pharma, the people that make the medication, they are here to make money. So they make money when you are either sick. They make money only when you're sick because they don't make money when you're healed or they don't make money when you're dead. So that's why, yes, when people say, but medicine made me live longer, of course it make you live longer.
Yeah.
You know, it's the quality of how longer you're living is what is the problem.
Right.
I don't know about you, Miss Martinique, but I want to live into my hundreds, healthy and strong, and I'll be able to dance and enjoy my great grandkids and be able to still productive, still be able to impact people's life. That the
Right.
day that I live with a smile and I'm gone. I want to
Okay.
die empty. You know what the richest place in the world is? The cemetery. Because people die prematurely because of disease that they couldn't control with the last book that they're supposed to read, with the businesses that they're supposed to open, with the cure. Who knows how many times have God sent the cure from cancer and have died prematurely because of a disease.
Mm-hmm. But
You
let
know?
me ask you something. I know that you mentioned that when you were 13 years old, you had diabetes. Was
No,
that
high blood pressure, high blood pressure.
high blood pressure? Was
Mm.
that strictly just because of the way you were eating, or was it just genetic?
Well, it had to do with genetic a little bit as well, but I didn't help any of the situation with the way I was eating.
Okay.
You know,
But you were so young.
I was no, I wasn't eating a lot of salty food, a lot of junk. We eat a lot of carbohydrate. And let me tell you, as the age came by, I became diabetes too by
Okay.
the age of 30s. So it was, all those medication I have to take because one thing run to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
see?
Yeah.
Yes. But
So
and because you have something, because your parents have diabetes or your parents have high blood pressure, that doesn't mean that you have to have it. There's
mm-hmm.
a new science called epigenetic that says that if you give when they did the genome, that they figure out all the genes that we have and how they
Okay.
work,
Okay.
okay, they find out that you can activate or deactivate those genes to work in your favor, depending on the environment that you give to them. So the reason that your parents are diabetes or hypertension, you don't have to, if you know that in advance, your health history in advance, and then you target eat. You see, and you target your individual lifestyle according to what you have, then you can prevent getting that disease. But I didn't know that back then.
I never heard of it put that way.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
interesting. That's
Hmm.
very interesting.
And that's
So
part of my protocol when I'm treating my patients. I do something that I call individual lifestyle protocol. I do a discovery session where I learn about the health history. They fill out a form, and I create a form that give them, for example, what are the all the herbs, all the teas, all the foods, and everything that will be better for their condition, for the situation at that point in their life.
okay, okay. So it's very customized for whatever ailment that they may have. So now I know that with your revamp your health and life program, you actually teach clients how to biohack their body, mind, and spirit to prevent, control, and reverse chronic disease. Um, can you speak a little bit more about just your qualifications that actually allows you to teach these things?
Yes. I have worked over 25 plus years in internal medicine,
Mhm.
oncology, and urgent care as a registered medical assistant and a lab technician. So
Okay.
that gave me, tons and tons of experience. I'm
Mhm.
also a board certified holistic practitioner and a certified integrative health coach.
Mm.
And I have a lot of experience when I'm doing uh, um, how you say the health ministry and teaching. But most of my knowledge, I gained it more when I was working in
Mm.
the healthcare, because you see this coming in and coming out on a daily basis. Plus, when you have to keep your licenses, you need to do you know continue education.
Right.
So I always trying to learn something new.
Mhm.
Not to mention that when I finished my to become a lab tech, I wanted to really become a physician assistant. So I did pre-med
Okay.
because I wanted to become a physician assistant. But then life, I became pregnant with my son, and things didn't go the way that decisions
Yeah.
that we make in life. So I have all that vast knowledge in the back of me, plus everything that I have learned, plus what I experienced in my own life.
I understand. I understand. So now, what does the word biohack mean? What does that mean?
Biohacking is how to use nutrition and everything that you need to do in self-care to change your body outcomes. You know, when people biohack the computers, they're trying to find the code how to get into it.
Yeah,
It's for
yeah.
us to how to find the code to make our body better
Oh, okay.
through nutrition, to the way we eat, to the lifestyle that we take to make our body better.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So, can you explain to our viewers what the 4 week revamp your health and life program is?
Yes. This is a 4 week program, and it's going to have five different modules. Okay,
Okay.
and the first module is going to be about mindset and self and stress management. I'm going to be talking and teaching them how to, have a mindset where I want to be healthy, why I want to be healthy, and then how to control their stress. The second, we're going to learn about the root cause of disease. Because if they don't learn about the root cause of disease, so they can know how to avoid that and prevent that, they won't be able to gain control on their whatever condition they are or prevent any condition they have. Okay, then we're going to go do nutrition 101, where they're going to learn everything about nutrition, and they're going to implement some of it through the program. Then they're going to get a custom and individual health plan, what I was telling you about their protocol.
Yeah.
They're going to get then after that we're going to learn how to biohack your body, mind, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it's going to be like tips on how to biohack every area that I talked to you about everlasting and all the letters in everlasting.
Okay.
They're going to learn some tips in how to biohack every area. They're also going to get a 12-day detox program with it. That's a bonus that they're going to get extra. They're going to get a 1-day spa. That's also a bonus, is where they get a whole day, how to make a facial and everything from the things that they have in the house. They even have the recipes and everything in it. They're going to have recipes in this program also. They are going to get a 45-minute coaching session at the beginning of the program for me to know their history so I can create that plan for them.
Okay.
Okay. Then they're going to get two 30 minutes coaching session, one in the middle of the program and one 2 weeks after the program, to make sure they can still implementing, what they learn in the program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Usually that program is $497. That's what
Okay.
I usually go by. But for everybody that's watching this show today, it's going to be 197 only.
So now, let me ask you this, because sometimes people watch this show months later. If they watch it, like, is there an expiration date on this 197 for the people that's watching it, and let you know that they've
If they
seen
tell me I saw it at the Martinique show, they got it.
regardless of when it is?
Yeah, for this particular program.
Okay, do you hear that, guys?
Yes.
Regardless of when it is, but you have to mention that you saw Ida on Business Spotlight with Martinique, and this is specifically the Revamp Your Health and Life program. So you have to mention those things to her. Don't just come to Ida and say, I heard from somebody. No, you got to tell her you saw her on Business Spotlight with Martinique, and she'll give you that discounted rate. So let me ask you something. Is this program, is this 4 week program offered online, or do they actually have to be here in the Orlando area?
No, this is all online.
Okay.
You can be from anywhere.
Okay.
It's all online. But it's run through a Facebook group, and
Okay.
we do the some of the group coaching sessions through Zoom.
Okay. Okay.
So it can be, they can be anywhere to do that.
So now the group coaching session, that's with everybody that's in the program.
Well, everybody that is in the program at that moment, because every program is started every month. So whoever is there in that program, they're going to be in the, it's for questions that are not, that it might be something that somebody else might be able to be relatable to that particular question, but
Yeah.
not for the specific on your health. Then it's on the one-on-ones that we will do it in the coaching sessions. But for the anything that is beneficial for the whole group, is going to be, there's something new that extra that I want to teach them. Because what happens is that every group change.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a group that almost everybody is diabetic. So then I can switch and tweak it to more things that have to do with diabetes. There's all depends on the group of people that I have, where the Zoom coaching sessions are going to change a little bit.
And you know what I like about the group session is they become like a support system for each
For each
other.
other, they
You
become
know,
friends, and and all that, and support one another. They give that accountability, part of accountability,
mhm,
because one of the things, the way that I um that I express my or teach this to my clients. I have a formula to the way I teach it. That's why I started with the mindset. I call my formula Medispa, because the first thing that I do with my clients is that I work with their mindset. They need to have a mindset that they really want to do this,
yeah.
you know and then after I do the mindset, is the E is for empowerment. That's why I do all the education. That's why we're talking about the root cause of disease and all that. And then the D is for detox. That's why we're talking about nutrition in the next one, because you're going to be taking out all the junk that you don't supposed to have taking, and then putting the things that you're supposed to be taking. And that's why they're also getting a detox program as a bonus for that part. And then I do the individual. Now that I already know what they really want to do, that they're really sure that they want to do what they want to do, they learn how to do it, and then they do the detox, they take off. Then I can do the individual, because by then I know them more. It gone beyond the primary discovery session. I know them more. Then I create their individual protocol. That I do that 30-minute coach, where I already wrote and created their protocol and present them to each client. That's
Okay.
why I don't take no more than 25 people in each group, so that I be able to have the time to do
Mhm.
the individual with everybody.
Yeah.
And then we do the spiritual part. When we do the biohacking every part of the body with body, mind, and spirit,
Mhm.
then you know that they're going to get the S for spirituality, the P for purpose, and the A for accountability and action,
Yeah.
because they get homework and things like that.
Yeah.
But people always tell me, why do you put purpose in the? You see, when you uh, motivate people in their purpose, when you can have it, motivated on the things that they can do, and you tell them they're capable of doing that, they are more resilient to taking care of themselves, because they want to accomplish that.
That's true.
And God has given me this gift of being so resourceful that
Hmm.
they can give me a certain idea, and I'm able to tell them, certain steps that they can start taking. Am I giving links that they can start using? All depends on what is that they're doing. I will do the research a little bit and give them something that they can start working on it. And
Hmm.
when they feel that they're working in purpose, they're doing something that they love, they know they're going to take care of themselves much more.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just like what you were talking about with the G in everlasting, that goal. When you do have a
Mhm.
goal, then it really does help you to, shape your purpose and why you're doing it, because that's what your motivator is. When you feel like just giving up, you say,
Exactly.
no, I'm doing this for a purpose. I have a goal that I'm trying to reach, and that really just pushes you, to that next level when you do just feel like giving up.
Yeah,
um
and health. Remember, health is not only the absence of disease. Health is a wellness, mentally, physical, economical, social, economic, in every area of your
yeah.
life. That's what is health. Not just being skinny and buff and,
Yeah.
and not having a disease, but everything, mentally, every area of their body.
That's true.
When they're taking care of everything, that they can work much better in the things, and they can achieve more better, and they can attract. Because when you're doing
Hmm.
good and you're positive, you attract
Hmm.
the good stuff that coming into your life.
Hmm. So I know that you're offering the one-on-one coaching program for individuals that actually suffer from pre-diabetes as well as type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
What would they learn if they had this session with you?
Well, the one-on-one is longer, okay,
Okay.
and it's longer and it's more intense. That's why I'm doing one-on-one, because it's more intense.
Mhm.
Because they're gonna learn how to eat exactly for their condition. What are the herbs and supplements that they can take about the condition? I make sure that I create logs for them and everything, that they can go prepare to their doctor's office, because my ultimate goal is that by the end of my program, that they need less medication and less insulin and less everything, and their sugar is under control.
Mhm.
You see? Or if they're pre-diabetes, that they're no longer diabetic anymore.
Mhm.
You see? Or if they are type 2 and they're about to be prescribed, because sometimes the doctor will do this. The test came out wrong, and they say, I'm going to give you another month, and if not, you're going to have to start doing insulin. See, I can catch them right there, straight up their diet, straight up their mindset, straight up why they have to take care of themselves. Teach them, because half of the people, let me tell you, me that I work in a doctor's office for 25 years, half of the people don't know exactly what diabetes is. You see, the doctor doesn't have the time to educate them the way they need to be educated, because they have to see 30 patients a day, and they need to learn all these histories for everybody. Do you think that the doctor have time just for one person? They do their best. Believe me, they do their best, but they don't have that time to do that. So
Yeah.
half of the patient go, and the things that they happen to them because of lack of knowledge. Even the Bible said that we perish because of lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My goal is to be able to teach them the in and outs when it comes to diabetes completely, and add up, their spirituality, add up their mind, and so that they can know how to control their diet, how to eat right, how to take their medication correctly, how to log everything. So when they go to the doctor, so eventually the doctor start taking things out. In that way, because they're not so preoccupied with their sugar and preoccupied with all that stuff, then they be able to fulfill their purpose and their
So
dreams.
if a person has diabetes, could they, if they get their health right,
Mhm.
could they totally no longer have diabetes?
Well, if you have to understand, if you have type 1 diabetes, that's because you were born with a you were born either with a immune disease that is attacking your pancreas,
Okay.
or something is wrong with your pancreas and it's not producing insulin. So that's not able to be reversed. But
Okay.
type 2 diabetes is totally gain. You gain it like you gain your paycheck,
Okay.
because it's all lifestyle. So if you switch your lifestyle, you can reverse. All depends on what moment of your diagnosis you in it. If you are somebody that already, in dialysis, already have heart disease, already have a couple of strokes, it will be a lot harder to get them to reverse. But somebody that is pre-diabetic, somebody that is type 2 and on not insulin yet, those are the perfect person to be able to reverse. Even people that are starting insulin in type 2 diabetes, you are able to reverse it. They do everything that they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It is possible, because like I tell you, this is a gain disease. You gain it because of the way you eat and the way that you treat your body.
Mm-hmm. And
Hmm.
if you guys are actually interested in this 101 coaching session for pre-diabetics as well as type 2 diabetics, make sure that you go to the description box and sign up for that free discovery consultation, because that's the first step in order to move ahead and start doing that one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, I
So
want
I
to know
know.
that the client is ready to make the changes for that one. That's why I like to do, because it's a long commitment. It's a 90 days commitment.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And I know that you actually work for Life Vantage. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about what Life Vantage is and how they could possibly start, teaming up with that company?
Oh, this is a great company with a new science and new technology when it comes to health and the root cause of health. Okay,
Mhm.
what this company does is called Life Vantage, and their star product is called Pro Tandem. Okay,
Pro Tandem.
Pro Tandem.
Okay.
And what this product does, the discovery that they did is when they did that genome. Remember when they did that? When I explained to you that they did the genome and they figured out, which genes are what and how can you activate and deactivate those genes.
Hmm.
Okay, when I talk to you about the root cause of disease, I mentioned to you that inflammation and oxidative stress is a root cause of disease. Okay,
Hmm.
so how that happened? Okay, oxidative stress is caused by accumulation of free radicals. Free radicals are ions that are free, that are not paired with another ion. So what they do inside your cells is that they cause damage until they break that cell. And then because what they're trying to do is that I don't want to be by myself, I'm unpaired, I need somebody else. So they go and damage the next one to get that pair. But because then now they got that pair, they damage that one, and it continues, it continues, and continues.
Okay.
That brings inflammation, and that causes diseases like this, like cancers and diabetes. And if you go to pubmed.com, that's where all the studies in science and medicines are, where the doctors go and seek. If you type relation of oxidative stress with diabetes, relation of oxidative stress with cancer, relation of oxidative stress with any disease that you have, you're going to see that oxidative stress and inflammations are the root cause of those diseases. So if we
Hmm.
can control that, that will be the way to control, those diseases. So what they did was that when they did that genome, they figured out what they were doing before was they telling you to eat a lot of antioxidants, or they will prescribe you or tell you go on and the health food store and buy antioxidant pills that's going to help you with that. Yes, they help, but they're not in the amount that you need them to help.
Okay.
Okay, because our own body make antioxidants that when you hit age 20, you start decreasing the amount of antioxidant you make.
Okay.
Okay, so they figured out that there's a protein that we have inside our cells called NRF2. Okay, that particular protein will activate the gene that produce those antioxidants, making that gene produce a lot of antioxidant. By what they do that, instead of when you eat one antioxidant, then you only kill one free radical. But this particular antioxidant that is made by our body, that God made those antioxidants, okay, will take a whole bunch at a time. You see, the amount of free radicals that we get in our body in a daily basis, because of all the toxins in our food, all the toxins in our air, all the toxins in the products that we put in our skin, is tremendously. It's like a 3 with 23 zeros at the end. So that's like trillions and trillions and trillions. Okay, so when you eat fruit and vegetables that are high in antioxidants, they might take 10 or 20 of those antioxidant free radicals away, but you're still making. And the more that you make, the more damage you cause into your cell. It's like you're rusting inside. The same way that a metal that you put outside in the ocean, it happens. The same thing happens inside your body. It is a normal process when you metabolize anything. But because what we are metabolizing nowadays have so much toxins, doesn't have enough nutrients, and we're putting all this junk, then we're making this big amount of these free radicals in our body that causing disease. So this particular product, what it does is that activate the cells so that the cell will make this antioxidant and reduce the oxidative stress, reducing inflammation, reducing disease. So they not only have the protandem, so they also they found with that discovery, they also found that, inside the cells, there are a machine or a little organelle called the mitochondria. That is what make energy into your body. That's why you can move and talk and do everything. Okay. As we age, we also making less and less and less of those.
Okay.
So that's why we get tired faster. So they also find out that there is a protein called an NRF1 that help in the maintenance and creation of more mitochondria.
Okay.
So if you have more mitochondria, then you're going to have more energy and you're going to be healthier. So what this does is just treat the root cause of disease. This is not a miracle pill or anything like that. It's just giving your body exactly what the body needs for the body to function the way God intended.
So does Life Vantage create pills? And then what does Life Vantage do though?
It's a pill. It's a pill that you take, and it's totally natural.
Okay.
Totally natural. They also create a cream for your face with the same NRF2 for the free radicals in your skin. They do it also for products in your hair. They also have energy drink with the same thing, and they also have for weight management.
So Life Vantage is something that individuals could possibly sell to make supplemental income, or they can take it on full time if they want.
Yeah, they can take it full time, but you have to understand that this kind of business, you take a full time and you have to do the work if you want to see
the results.
And for anybody that is a health coach, that is a head nod, this is perfect, because this is what we all are looking for: help people how to eliminate the root cause of disease so they can be better. So that will be like an excellent add-on to your business. Excellent add-on to your business. And then there's also people that have no background when it comes to health, and because this is something that is making people feel better and actually be better and prolonging life, and it's been scientifically proven. You can see all the studies that they have and everything. Then there's people out there that have no background when it comes to health, but are able to make a good living, especially because you have to do everything. You do everything online and at home. So you're a single mom, or you're a person that want to make your money sitting at home, and you can make your money everywhere no matter where you are, because it's all online. Plus the support that they give you so much support, so much education. It feels like a family when you're there. Whatever, whoever is your mentor is always there to help you to do everything. They give you so much education so how to get the work done. It's excellent. But more than getting people in business, more getting people to take that supplement, because it will help a lot. I see the difference in my husband that
Mhm.
is being taking it. And I said I have a friend that her son have autism, and been giving him the focus, the energy pill that do the help you with the focus, and
Mhm.
seeing how the kid that doesn't have those bursts of scream, they have diminished a lot.
Okay.
So seeing all these things in the people is what promote me to work with that. And I was searching for something good because I have a friend that suffers seizures, and my goal was to find something that will help her, with the seizures. And when I was studying about what is the root cause of the seizures, and then I found out everything about oxidative stress. Then I was figuring, I said to myself, but there have to be something out there that help with oxidative stress, and that's how I came to Life Vanish. It wasn't that somebody sell it to me or anything like that. I
Oh,
was in
okay.
search for myself, because I love to learn something new. I want to be in the last thing in technology, so I can help my clients out there. As I was doing that, I figured that it came to me.
I understand. Now, if you all are interested in teaming up with Ida with Life Vantage, her Facebook page is in the description box, and she does respond to her messages. So go ahead and just send her a message and let her know that you're interested in learning more about how to become a team member of Life Vantage, or just let her know you're interested in learning more about the company and things like that. And she's a very nice woman.
Thank you, Miss
And
Martinique.
she'll answer your questions for you. I just want to thank you so much for just telling our viewers a lot more about your company, RX for Everlasting Health, and how you got started into this company and why you started this company. And I really just appreciate your transparency and just letting us know about your health background, from the beginning. I thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Business Spotlight with Martinique. Again, all of our contact information is in the description box. If you want to follow us on our Facebook page, go ahead and do that. Don't just like our pages, but follow our pages as
Yes.
well. Like Ida said, she actually comes online. When do you go
I
online?
do every Tuesday. It's called Biohacking Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, and this is this on your RX4 Everlasting Health?
Yes, I
Um,
give a tip every week.
okay, every week. So make sure you guys tune into that. Like I said, if you follow her page, then you'll be notified when she's coming on her live as well. Send me a friend request if we're not friends already, so you can be notified when I post my new shows and need panelists. If you truly enjoyed this show, feel free to go visit my GoFundMe page as well as my PayPal, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm always looking for subscribers. But again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Business Spotlight with Martinique. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye bye.
Thank you, Miss Martinique.